starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, ladies and ladies friends. We have a special guest with us today. It's not Nico, who has gone through plastic surgery and looks as awesome as Joe. It is Joe, actually. So, welcome, Joe. Good to have you here.
Thank you, Anders. It's always
Yeah,
fun to be here.
Nico is as always busy. It's hopefully his high season or the peak season will end soon, and he can be more frequent with us here in the live. But right now he is not. But we have always, of course, our stream star. I would say, Joe. You made a big.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, you made a big entrance in the worldwide slot chat. That's when you get to play with the big boys, right? So,
Yeah, that was
cool.
fun to meet those guys and to see what it's all about. And they're guys like us. We're just
Yeah, and you
hanging out,
did really
talking about slot cars. We're all nerds. It's all great.
Yeah, exactly. But you did really well. I think you held up well. That's a tough crowd though, because that bunch of guys, they have so much knowledge, and
Yeah.
it could be. I wanted to join several times, but it could be a little bit intimidating because whenever they talk about some details that I have no idea.
Such a deep dive, right? Their knowledge is like the next level. They already know what they're talking about, or
Exactly. I have to wait 10 years, then maybe I can join.
yeah. Not contradict, but they'll test each other. Be like, well, did you try this and did you try that? And it's like, whoa, okay, hold on, like.
Yeah, but
Good-
I think you
good
did
guys.
really well.
Thank you.
I've watched that every single time. I like watching the worldwide slot chat a lot, and there's many gold nuggets, and it's a great learning spot. So it's awesome. It was good to see you there. And
Awesome.
let's see, we got GST here with us in the house. We got Bo in the chat. Slot Car 2021 is here as well. Welcome. And what else do we have? Oh, of course, our good friend Vince is here.
Best co-pilot in the world. Best teammate in the world.
He, we are triggering each other. I was the club record holder in Slot Sync, and then he took it from me. I took it back for a couple of seconds, and then now he's back on as the reigning club record holder.
Oh, that's right. He's your rival. That you got a rivalry going with him, and for me, it's more like it's my partner. It's my teammate.
Yeah, no, but it's a friendly rivalry. Yeah, that was a difficult word to say. Rivalry.
Right.
But it's fun. It's triggering us in making us better and better. That's how I see it. Because I'm forced to look for how can I tune the car a little bit better. Because I think it's like 0.2 or 0 point something seconds that is the difference between us. It's so tight. It's fractions of seconds. But when the dirt hits the road, Vince is number one right now. So. All respect to him. He's the king, so that's all good fun. And Virex is here as well. All good. Well, in this show, we're gonna chit chat about everything, high and low. But I want to have talk a little bit about Woodslot with you as well. I have some questions for you that at least I'm wondering over. So
I just want to comment on YRX. I did get your stickers. Thank you very much, guys. Just be patient. I've got a list of things that I got to do. We had renovations, and now I'm starting to organize everything. My stickers will go out through for those of you who have done the exchange. I haven't forgotten, so just sorry about that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Please be patient.
Yeah. Priorities, Joe. Priorities. That's all it is.
Jen wants a new kitchen. Mama gets a new kitchen.
But it's I wonder because I've also sent mine to Byrex and they were I think West Coast Slot Cars got his, so I wonder where they might be. Well, anyway, they'll come. RM Slot Cars is here as well. So all good, good crowd. Well, before we get started, what happened?
No, because Carlos was saying, "Hey guys, Nico looks weird." Yeah, my glasses. I'm not even gonna attempt to do his accent.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. Yeah. Nico looks weird. Yeah. Oh, but now
Carlos
that
and Vince will be on tomorrow. If I can do a shameful plug.
yes,
And Vince will be on
absolutely.
tomorrow in the morning for Saturday morning cartoons. I know Carlos said something about maybe he can't make it, but he will be there. Carlos, you will be there.
Yeah.
By contract, you're obligated to do at least one appearance.
That's good. Yeah. So tune in on the Saturday cartoons. It's going to be a lot of fun. I know I will for sure. Because it is. It's possible. Where was it? There we go. We had B-Rad, and he just had launched a video. Was it yesterday? Where he finally got his Volvo, the Scalextric Volvo. He's been waiting for I think a year. So that'd be all good fun.
a bit of a
Blue
spoiler.
Water is here. Hey, our buddy Blue Water. That's where you were in the man cave of man caves.
Yes, that was an experience and a half. There are some great videos out there from Vince and Raul and Carlos about the just showcasing John Erdman's man of man caves. Absolutely, and, we had a great time. Like it's definitely a hub of slot cars, and
it is. It's so cool. So many tracks.
We're patiently waiting for John to retire so we can be there 24/7. Right? I mean.
Yeah, that's exactly. Before we get started with Woodslot, I just want to send my thoughts and a hi to Mike. Mike's little shop of hobbies. He he's in and out of hospital with his issues with his back, and so he's in really was down and out. So I just want to. He's an old veteran as like myself, so we have our chats. But get well, buddy, and you got all the positive energy from us. And I hope you're watching, and we can kill some time for you with this live as well.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So hopefully he'll get
all right, taking a deep breath.
At least not worse. You know, he's in that case where now it's just more. Let's not get worse. But we're thinking about you, Mike.
Best wishes, Mike.
Yeah. But Woodslot, oh my God, there's so many questions. A little observation from my side first before we dive into you, because I know when I let oxygen in your mouth, you're not going to stop. So, so I just want to make sure I want to say one thing that I want to have said, and then then you can talk as much as you want. But
I'm working on it.
Yeah, all good. No, as first when I looked at it on the live event, I was kind of sad, disappointed. It's like, oh, too bad there's not more people watching and there's no audience there. It's only the guys that are racing. That I wonder why they're not there. But then I realized, oh come on, there was about 800 views on the long feed that Rahul sent. So that's 800 people, and then there was about 1,000 views on the kind of the shorter version, the 15-minute version of the whole race. So that's 1,800 people as an audience, and I think I have to just learn that the audience is different today from yesterday, where actually views through YouTube, I mean, especially when we're streaming in a way that Rahul did, which was awesome, your audience does not have to be there in place, because you have viewers from all over the world watching it live or afterwards. So and then I got happy again. But first I was like, Oliver is doing all this stuff, and all the guys are preparing. He's been preparing the whole event, and then you guys are preparing for the event, and then nobody's there watching. But then I realized, hey, come on, there's plenty of people watching, but they're just watching in a different way.
And it's like, it's not like that's secondary. When you come to an event and you're actually there to compete, the less people actually watching you. Because if anybody has done like a qualifying, and this is why I didn't want to qualify, I wanted to make sure either Carlos or Vince qualified, because I'm like, I want you to see how it feels that everybody watches your qualifying now, right? It's like it's like the GRL, when you turn on that camera, you know that people are watching now. You're being under the microscope, and that's how
Yeah.
qualifying is. And that's enough. You don't need
Yeah.
outsiders, and then it kind of plays with your brain a little bit. But the only thing I can really, just to continue that thought about viewership and whatnot, the only critique, if I may, for the thing was, I think a lot of people did not realize, and that is the only thing where it could have been a little bit more clear. That's for Oliver, he did so much with the help of John Erdman as well. I think a lot of people did not realize, because it was a team event, people thought they had to come with a team, right? So I think if it was put out more to be like, hey, just come and race, we will put you with another teammate, just like Cincy Slots, because the minimum was 3, and somebody locally jumped on their team because he showed up and said, hey, I don't have a team, but I want to race. So I think that should have been more. That wasn't clear, and that's no fault of anybody. It slips through the cracks. I had a great.
It's a learning curve. I mean, every event you do, you learn something new, and the more often you do the event, the better the event will be. So next time, he'll be more open with that, and so that's all cool. But it's kind of like on my OnlyFans page. I mean, I got like thousands of women watching me when I'm streaming there. So
we need you there, dude. We need you.
Yeah, exactly. Not showing off.
Bring the Swedish women.
Yeah, I'll show you some sweet.
Not that I'm looking. I got my own Swede.
And then I woke up. Oh, okay. Well, the Blue Water. Next event, we will try to work together with some schools. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I think that's also a great way to invite and have anyone under a certain age can race for free. To get them into the hobby. So I think that's great.
Hey, West Coast.
West Coast is here as well. Hello. I talked about you earlier regarding the stickers. You had a video with where you were showing your mail call, and but Joe, so Woodslot. At one point, you decide to join in on that one. How much preparation was it before race day? I mean, you had to prep a car, and
So you know what? That's the one car I didn't put on the table. I mean, I guess I'll get it. I'll show you guys. The car, the prepping was a little frustrating for me, because this was, not the first time I installed a digital chip, but
it's a different digital.
It was a bit more detailed and in depth, right? So you had to spend a little bit more time. So this was our car. First of all, there was a lot of choice. Okay, so the choice, and it had to be within the Can-Am series. And I went with, you could have chosen a Slothead, NSR, Thunder Slot, NSR, Thunder Slot, an MR slot car, which would have been the Shadow, but it had to be an open cockpit class, anything that ran in the Can-Am. I immediately bought this car. Born had one left over, and I think he might have 1 or 2 left over. So if you guys are looking for these are actually what's called tampo defects. There's a defect on the car, and so I got this at a good price. I believe Warren's got a few more. Guys, there's nothing wrong with the car. There's it. How I understand it is that they're extras, and they say they're defects, and then they just liquidate them. So
gotcha.
I didn't tell you that.
No.
But
nobody heard. It's just you and me, Joe. Don't worry.
Me and you on this thing, right? So I went with the NSR only because, one, I enjoy racing NSRs, and 2, with the experience of the Gilmore, I was very impressed how NSRs could fall off a table and still run.
I agree. Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, well, if I take a Slothead, I mean, this is a DTM. It's a little different. I was a little bit more worried about the plastic cracking a little easier. Yeah. The plastic on an NSR is quite flexible.
Yeah.
you know, it'll still break. I mean, I lost the whole roll cage of this car, but
Yeah.
that's you know, that goes without saying. I lost the whole back. We lost the whole back end detail of the
Oh
gas.
yeah, the engine, yeah, the exhaust system.
And yeah, the only thing I really had to do to this car, um, I put some tape for the motor pod. I added float screws with springs. I tried the spring system for the first time. I thought it ran pretty well. Um, not too much float, just enough bounce back and forth. I'll open it up to show you guys. And the tires
Yeah.
were slip-on tires. They were given to us. We had a choice of either NSR zero graining or Thunderslot. I went with the NSRs, and that's it. It's a stock guide. I didn't do much change. I didn't change out the gear. Everything is pretty much stock on this car, with the exception of I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's the slotted sensor
Yes.
that's perfectly
The
in that
oxygen.
hole. And then inside, I'll show you. Inside's a bit of a mess, so you know. And I went through 2 chips. I managed to burn 2 chips. So this before I got it right. And with the help of Greg Gobb, we kind of figured it out. And then I realized my mistake. But also with Blue Water, we were talking about it. I don't think one of the chips is actually burnt, because he had the same issue I did, and then he got it to work. But prepping, I mean, I set the tires as high as I could to have the minimum ride height, and we're pretty much at the mercy of the other tires. So there was no gluing involved. There was no nothing really special. It was just pretty much the wiring. Now you guys are gonna laugh. So yeah, that screw just fell out. That's what that looks like. Sorry.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's a busy chassis. Yeah.
yeah. So what I did was
I never played with the oxygen chips. Did you find them difficult to install and use? Because I know that they sometimes talk about all this. You have to flash down different firmwares and so forth, which you don't have to do with the Carrera ones.
So the flashing, once the chip. So I'll show you this is the chip in question that I think is the one that John Erdman said he had some issues with, that he didn't he managed to get working. So I'm definitely going to do some testing with this. Some of the chips came with the slotted pre-clips here, like you can see. So when I saw that, I automatically thought to myself, I'm like, well, you know what? I had a brand new slotted car, and I just kind of ripped out I just Frankensteined it for parts, so I could do a quick connect, so I can take out the chip and put it in another car if I wanted to. But after testing the chip itself, so as you can see right now, just the chip, like there's this thing right here, which is the hall sensor for the magnets, which has to go on this side, so it had to be bent over on this side of the car, right? So that's a whole other thing. Then you have an antenna right here. And then you've got the sensor, the little dot that's right on top of there, and that's what it needs.
You have 3 different ones. You have the sensor, antenna, and the magnet. I mean, with Carrera, you only have a sensor, the IR sensor.
That's it. So it was understanding how well the chip was, and I was a little nervous because I'm like, well, they're just saying put it in the center as much as possible. And I was like, okay, well, you know, the only benefit to this this chip right here, on the opposite side of this hall sensor, you can put in the Carrera sensor. But I wasn't about to buy it. I'm like, I'm just going to run it in analog mode and then just see if the car runs. I don't need to have it in a digital mode. But this chip can be put in digital mode, so you can run it. And so you don't really lose out on anything, right? It just basically, it'll act like a Carrera chip, which is nice. What I didn't realize is that the polarities matter on both on both motor side and guide side. That's what I was having a hard time understanding or figuring out, because my dyslexia was making me connect things wrong. And then I realized, even now, if I want to unplug this chip and I want to like just plug in the car, my polarities are wrong. I have to re-solder what's going to the motor. And then on top of that, to add more, that little guy there on top there, that little ferrite,
Yeah.
that needs to be installed on the motor so that there's no interruption with the system. And it is so close to the motor. And the problem with me choosing this car is that there is no space because of the cockpit.
Oh,
So as you can see, I
yeah,
had to cut out
gotcha.
a hole. The seat is gone, so that capacitor can fit. And then it was just a matter of making sure my car wasn't bouncing too much. It not the best car to do it in, but the slotted cars, there's no issue because the chips are meant to be slid right in.
Yeah.
Those were the challenges. Those were the real challenges. Tuning the car, I mean, I went box stock. I didn't change out any gears. Make sure the car was flat. I trued the front tires. Make sure they spun nice and flat. And again, we didn't have to worry about the tires because they were given to us. So
And you didn't do any AMSCO tuning where you get the front wheels way up high and let it ride on the guide, or did you have?
I don't ride on the guide.
Yeah, okay.
That's not. I'm not there yet. If that's even where I'm gonna go. All I really added was some weight in the front. So with some aluminum tape, tape in front, in the center here, and obviously on this side, and that helped the car enough to keep the nose down.
Yeah.
You can see my ride height. It's pretty high.
It's pretty high. Yeah, exactly.
You know,
A couple of millimeters. Yeah.
it's just more for the brushes to make sure they had contact. Because my process of thinking, my train of thought was, I want my brushes as wide as possible, so that any dead spots, the cars will glide like Carrera cars.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was very worried about the car, and you can tell my braids took a beating. You know.
Yeah. Oh, dang! They look ugly.
Sorry, it's not focusing, but yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the Ninko track, because you had all these connectors that are a lot closer together than a Carrera track. Carrera track, at least they're spaced out a little bit more, so that car is constantly getting
hammered. Yeah.
Hammered all the way down, right? And then the springs seem to work. I mean, I put them at a tight position, and you can see right here, this little red guy here, you can see the spring working.
Exactly.
Pushes it right back down.
That's cool. That's cool.
I don't know. I mean, I guess. I mean, I'd have to hear from my teammates what they really felt about the car. And I have to say a big thank you to Vince and Carlos. I mean, honestly, for two people who have never raced a competition like that, I thought they did really well. And I don't think we could have placed the way we did if they had not, kept up with everybody the way they did. So it was
I mean, it as I was watching it, it felt like really a great team effort. But I must say that your last laps were, I mean, I got excited. I mean, it's rarely where you get excited over watching a live toy car race, but it was exciting, like the end of a Formula One race, because it was so close between the two of you, between the fourth and the fifth, and you could tell that the other person's nerves were not made out of steel like yours, because he crashed out a couple of times during the last couple of laps, and that's what
you know what it's funny. I'm glad to hear that, because I'm glad you guys had a good time with it. I'm not saying that I didn't have a good time with it. It's just because in that moment, like I had mentioned, I had asked them, like, who am I battling here? Because we were down in sixth, and then after, I don't know, 15 minutes, we managed to get to fifth, and then Carlos is like, because he was yelling, I had Carlos, and Vince was doing the pit, so he was taking care of the car, cleaning the tires, and Carlos was marshaling and then yelling at me as well for information. And at one point, he's like, "Okay, you're 2 laps down." I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "Okay, great. We're up." I'm like, "Okay, great." And then he's like, "Okay, now you're 2 laps down." And I'm like, "Oh, did I lose 2 laps?" He's like, No, for the next guy."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. Sure." And then I'm like, "Who's the next guy? Who am I battling?" He's like, "It doesn't matter. You're doing well. Just keep going." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know who I'm fighting." So I'm like, "Okay, I'll just treat everybody."
Whatever you're doing, just keep on doing it.
Like, okay.
But it was really exciting because, you were like, I think you ended up with like, was it like half a meter or a yard or whatever, a gallon away between the you and the one behind you. So it was really close at the end. And
I think somebody came back, because the gentleman who I was racing, a younger younger man, obviously was younger than myself. He came to me and shook my hand, and I was like, "Oh, you're the guy I was battling?" And he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "I lost it." He goes, I think he deslotted twice, and that's what
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
got me the and that's that's what it is. And
I mean, he couldn't handle the pressure. I mean, he knew that you were chasing him, and he couldn't hold the pressure, and you kept your cool, and you were just focusing on staying in the slot, and it was brilliant. It was really, really entertaining. And for those of you who have not seen it, go to Rahul's channel, Conquest, and check out the ending. It's really, really exciting, and so that was a lot of fun.
I think they were called the Rookies, and I think they did a fantastic job. Honestly, it could have been anybody's race at that point. I mean, again, we were battling for 4th place, so it's not like I podiumed or anything. But
no, but it doesn't matter. I mean, even in Formula One races, sometimes the exciting part could be in the midfield or at the end. Someone competing for the last point because the first 10 get points. It could be the battle between 11 and 12. It could be the exciting part of a Formula One race, while you have one guy 2 laps ahead in the front, and that's boring to see him just cruise around.
And I want to thank Rahul for that, because it was his broadcasting skills and commentary that got that. Because I mean,
and he kept it going for so many hours, and he did really, really well. I hope he sees this, and if not, we'll make sure you tell him, because I loved it. I think I made a comment in there, but I didn't know if he saw that. But he did a great job. It never got boring, and he did not have the Ian and the dogs from Magnetic Racing or any other. It was him. That's it.
Yeah, I totally ditched him. He was like, "You're gonna help me with the broadcasting." I'm like, "Absolutely." And then once I'm in race mode, I'm like, "Are you good?"
It's kind of we had a couple of guests every now and then, but he was the main host through the event, and he did a brilliant job and kept it interesting and informative. So I think he did really, really well.
I'm gonna share a secret about Rahul, and hopefully he's not watching. Rahul is a shy person. He's a very reserved person, believe it or not. He's not. When he's in his element, he really breaks free. But he's actually very, very shy.
Yeah, but yeah, he did a fantastic job as the host, and the setup that he had with all the different cameras, and it was just brilliant. It was so much fun.
30 more minutes of race, and the Blue Water team was next. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that was my funniest moment, though, Carlos. When I'm like, okay, we're in 4th. I'm like, how many laps to Blue Water? And you said some number that I was like, oh, that's not happening. It's 15 laps. I'm like, that's not going to happen. How much time we have left? 2 minutes? Yeah, that's not happening. It was so far ahead. They raced a great race. I mean, Blue Water got 3rd, guys. I mean, he's in the
I know. Yeah,
3rd place. He should be on here, not me, talking about podiums.
Yeah, that's true. But we pick our guests very carefully. No.
Yeah. Well, actually, John, for tomorrow, come on. Like, I'm inviting you here. Tomorrow, come on. I know you're going to be up that early, so you should definitely come on, brother.
Yeah. And we've got a whole bunch of new one. Mark, of course, from Slot Journal.
Hey, Mark.
And SPB Steve joined us as well from the UK.
How you doing, man?
Yeah. Well, so you're at work, so catch up later. You are more than welcome to do that. Thank you for popping up and saying hi. We appreciate that. So that's a lot of fun. What else? And now the curious, what is it that Blue Water? Oh, that's if he will try to get it's
as per contract. As per contract, you're obligated. You cannot get out of this one. Just like Carlos.
Okay. I didn't know you were so mean, Joe. I thought you were a nice guy.
Yeah. When it comes to racing, I get a little competitive.
Yeah, exactly. No, but it was brilliant. It was so much fun. But for someone like me who has never raced a big event like that, it's always fun to hear about the preparation and also, of course, as you are racing. I mean, there's a gazillion things that you have to think about, and you were all running on with one controller, right? So you had to.
This was something that I'm really happy. I mean, not happy to learn a new controller, but happy that the 3 of us all agreed that whatever settings Vince had figured out,
Yeah.
It just worked. And to be able to drive the car, and I don't normally race like this. So it was a completely different, when you're on the wood track, when you're on my track that's so small, it's really about gliding through the corners and picking up where you can. Here, I don't know why, but when I get into a race mode, I'm like, find those straights, beat everybody in the straight, and then go slow into the technical, and then beat everybody in the straights. It's probably not the best situation, best strategy, but for some reason, I like to brake late. And uh,
Yeah, that's what I told you. You're a big star now.
I'm obligated by contract to show up to do a tour. My managers are calling me. They're like, "Hey, you're breaching
Yeah.
contract."
You have to walk through the media tent and do all the interviews with Sky Sports. I think you're doing Sky Sports after this, right?
It's Sky Sports.
And then it's ESPN.
Yeah,
ESPN at 8 o'clock.
Porsche is calling me. NSR is calling me. They're like, "Hey, you got to do these. You got to promote these tires. Mr. Fourth place." Yeah, right.
That's so
but no,
funny.
yeah, braking late in the corners, the controller just worked, and that SCP controller, I didn't realize till after there was actually a fourth button. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 7 buttons on that controller, but it is very responsive. It's like I'm like this with, do I get one? Right? I know Carlos is getting one, so I can't wait to have his.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go on Jen's side here. You and your things, all the stuff that you're buying. I know it's a material sport, slot cars. I mean, the one with the best stuff wins, right?
He with the most slot cars, like our good buddy Nico said. I love that quote.
Yeah. No, but I mean, but sometimes it can get a little bit too ridiculous. I'm gonna share an image here. Let's see if I do this, and if I then do like that.
No,
I mean,
Brad.
look at this one.
Oh, yeah. What's that one now?
I think this is a thing called P3 something, P3 controller. It's like anti-brake, and there's so many different things: brake, soft, hard, bypass, and then you have the other one here, which is
Oh, that looks like the True Speed with the box.
Yeah, but there's like 5 knobs, and then there's another at least 3 knobs and buttons, and it's like, for a rookie like me, there's a Parma slot. Yeah, that's like, yeah, forget it. It's not gonna happen. I struggle when with the Carrera ones, we have 1 button, right? With the lane change button. That's tough enough for me.
Well, it's in the digital world, it's nice to see it, that we're able to manipulate the cars like the analog guys do.
Yeah.
Like when we're racing analog, and those concepts can definitely be brought over. They just have to be brought over in a different way, right? Because the controller is, it's not responding to the track the same way. Analog brings the power to the controller, and the controller controls how much voltage is going to the rails, which then goes to the car. Whereas digital is completely controlled differently, and it's the chip that sends the signal to the car. So there is a different feel. Until you do it, I mean, I could talk about it all day, but it wouldn't matter. There is a bit of a delay, and that's what the CP controller really gave. There was really very, 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 very little delay. The car was very responsive. But I will say one thing that I didn't say on the chat. I said, okay, we won't talk about it. There is a difference between controllers that were initially meant for wood and analog racing versus controllers that are meant for plastic track.
Yeah.
And controllers that are what's the word I'm looking for? Controllers that are being instead of using straight resistance, is what I'm trying to say, with dials and to manipulate when you're using a digital decoder. They're 2 completely different animals, and it's like, I'm not crazy about, because I got a PHN1 controller, versus a DeFalco. I love my DeFalco, I understand what Marty was saying. He's like, I love my DeFalco. Don't get me wrong. The DeFalco is a smooth, buttery controller, very nice. The PHN1 just has that extra edge when racing. However, like the CP, it's a cold controller, and I don't know how to. I'm not trying to insult anybody. I'm not trying to say it's a bad controller.
No, but it's bad for you. I mean, you can express your opinions how it is for you, right? I mean, it's like if we're talking about colors, I like blue, you like red. Who's right? You know, both are right. And that's the same thing with controllers and cars and so forth. I mean, for me, I feel like Revo slots should be called Revo shits, but others love them. But that's just how my driving style, or my lack of driving style probably is why I can't drive a Revo slot. I got 2 of them, and they're shelf queens because I can't get them to run. And I spent hours of videos. I've watched every single Revo slot video. I've done Slothar's 4-hour tuning and nothing. I can't make them run. But that's for me. And I don't have to buy them. I don't have to drive them because it's my choice. You know, everybody gets to choose. And for those who loves them, go ahead, drive them, love them. But you know, I'm still waiting for someone to put a Revo slot next to an NSR or a slotted car and compete those two and see who wins. Because I'm convinced that there's nobody that can make a Revo slot run as fast as an NSR or a slotted car. I'm challenging anyone. I want to see that video.
You might get your wish, Anders. That was kind of a discussion I had with a certain shop, certain distributor of slot cars, was to put on an event where you bring your best slot car. And now we can
I'd love to see that. You know, just bring your best. And I think SlotSync is the closest.
Yes.
You know, SlotSync is the closest because the leaderboard it does not take into consideration which brand. In the championship, yes, we have all these different groups. But even now today, we did a change in February, March, where we actually had, in the past we had Carrera Group 5, and then we had Slotted, NSRs, and Scale Autos separately. But now they're all in the same. If you have a NSR Group 5 car, then it's in Group 5, and you're competing against the Carreras and so forth. So that's.
I think we're coming to realize that, like, even for myself, like I have certain cars that are in there that are modified. I still can't beat you guys. So I'm coming to realize that I think it has to do with how well you can do your track and how well you can get that specific car fast enough.
Run on your track.
I don't think the modifications even matter anymore, unless, of course, like, you've got a motor that just is faster and whatnot. But
or you can do like Vince and just cheat.
Yeah.
No, he's not cheating. It's just banter. I have to psych him out. He's now the club champion.
I know what you guys are going through because I had that with Bryce from Goosehead Slot Cars.
Yeah,
he had a Porsche that was there was these 2 Porsches that just were every week. We were gaining seconds on each other, and it was like that motor was just breaking in. And that's what I find with Carrera motors. Like, if you just keep pushing that car and write down your times, the next week that car will be faster.
Yeah.
Right?
But I think it's part of the fun. I mean, as long as it's done with heart, I'll take any banter from anyone any day. I love it, and it's just part of it.
I never get that.
Yeah, because you suck. You're at the bottom. Nobody wants to kick someone that's already laying down. So that's why we don't banter with you.
Nobody does. I got no friends.
I mean, I think your best car is at number 68, to be honest. No, I know that because I checked it up before we went on. So you're at the best, you're at 68th place on SlotSync. That's your best car if you go to the leadership. Okay. And you look at all classes, all cars, you're at 68.
You can filter out by people too, right? Don't forget that.
Yeah, but if I only filter out you, then yeah, you're on top of yourself.
No, no, but if you're trying to look for somebody specific, you can just and see where they are.
Yeah. But it's it's fun. It's all good fun, and the key thing is that we do have fun as well as we're doing it, so that like me, when I was so happy when I finally took back the club record. And then it's like, I think it was the day after or something really close. And then he took it back again. And I'm like, oh, that's so awesome. I was really happy for it because we talked about it on on last week Saturday when we were racing Slot Sync, we were on the we were doing Slot Sync racing live with Pete, and then we talked about it, and we said, this is, we're competing, and they did the interview of him as a club record holder, and he was not at that time. And he said, but I'm coming for you, I'm going to take you, Andres. And he did. So I think that's so much fun.
It's almost, if you're focused on it, and you're actually focusing on your car and trying to learn those corners and its consistency, as that motor breaks in, you will unlock more and more power.
Yeah, exactly.
You will get faster, and even if it's
I'm close. I did some slight improvement, but like this week I couldn't get close to it. So there's so many like track temperature.
Are you cleaning your track?
Oh, I'm doing every trick you can do. I tell you, I'm using every trick you can. Cleaning my track and making sure I'm not running silicones. I keep the rubber because I'm running urethane tires, and so I'm trying to get all the advantage. But I think I pushed everything as much as I can. So I think I just have to bow down and respect to Vince.
Just put on silicone tires.
No, that's not going to happen. I like them boobies, but not on, because it's going to ruin. Because I got so many cars with the urethane tires. I then have to.
Ruin.
And it's like 150 set of tires. That's going to ruin me,
No, I'm not. I'm just saying for that one car.
Yeah, but then I can't enjoy all the other cars.
Why not?
That's not good. I mean, because it takes away the rubbery surface that I have on the track right now. I built it up. It's like 4 inches high.
Okay, so how many cars are you running rubber versus urethane?
I'd say probably 60% urethane of all my cars, but then I drive my urethane cars more often, so it's probably 80% of my drives or my races are with urethane tires. Because the ones with regular rubber tires, I don't ride them that often.
I would challenge you to, without even cleaning the track, throw on a pair of silicones. And this is why, okay? I'm starting to debunk this myth. Yes, silicones will pick up everything off the track. That's the first thing they scare you on Facebook. I fell through the same thing. Don't use silicone. If you have to use one, you can't use the other. This is an NSR rubber. I mean, the tires are I have to clean them up right now. This is NSR rubber, and they are as sticky, and I want to do a test. They are as sticky as my silicones. The cars work fantastic. Urethane does not work well on my track because my track is normally clean. Clean track, those rubber tires work. So I will be doing a video on that and some testing. Last week at the club, it was the last week or the week before, every 2 weeks, okay? I switched out. I used for the first time my P&H controller. You guys see it on Monday nights. Ben is a fantastic driver. Marcus is in the top. With a car, with my NSR Corvette that ran, and yes, we ran 3 different series. So there was 4 races for the night, three different heats on each different series. Yeah. And one series, a car that we have to bring ourselves. Pretty much, with a couple of exceptions, stock NSR Corvette C8 with silicone tires.
Yeah.
That are competing against everyone else who's got the rubber tires on the wood track. I placed second place overall. These are guys who know this track inside out.
Yeah, exactly, for years.
And my best run was with that car that had silicone tires while everyone is running rubber. And when I asked the guys, I go, what do you guys prefer to put on the track? They're like, there's no difference between silicone and rubber. They're like, we haven't yet to find to say one has advantage over the other. And
they don't have any rules that you can. Some clubs have rules that you're not allowed to drive silicones. You're not allowed to drive whatever different tires. But they don't have that, right?
Well, that's it. And little things are starting to trickle out. Like I had a very cool conversation with Oscar from Slot Invasion, and he now will sell his kits with silicone tires because the Germans came to him and said, hey, we're finding that the silicones are faster on our track compared to the urethanes. I'm not talking like we're talking, half a second, which is still
Yeah.
pretty crazy, right? Don't quote me
Yeah.
on that. We just had that conversation, and he's like, so he goes, I'm putting this on I'm starting to sell them because now even the German guys are realizing, certain clubs, and I get it. There's not much work you can do with a silicone tire. You're at the mercy of how well it fits on your car. So some
Yeah.
people like to have that tire perfect and they want to glue it on, and but I would challenge you to try that Corvette.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna
It'll give
try
you
it
that
out.
edge over Vince. I'm trying to help you beat Vince.
Yeah. Yeah, but my secret sauce is right here. This is the one that I got this from Nico. That's the sauce they're using in the baby cream, and oh man, it cuts time. It's just unbelievable. And I've done trying to be very objective and scientific in testing a car before and after I apply it, and do longer stints to see if it really makes a difference. And it does make a difference for me. It makes a difference on Carrera stock tires, on urethanes and rubber tires. It's just across the board.
Oh, really? Okay. Because the trick for these tires is obviously sanding them down, and then it's lighter fluid.
Lighter fluid, yeah. But that's what I did in the past. I have my little.
Which to me doesn't make sense because you would think lighter fluid would chew up the tire.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. You have to be careful. You can't just,
But yeah, the baby cream, and because you always have a little bit too much on your finger when you're applying it, so I just put it on my hands or wherever I have a dry spot, so I get a soft, nice skin as well. And I didn't get that from the lighter fluid. I tell you, that was just flammable. It was dangerous.
Oh man, my fingers are white at the end of a club night because of how much. Yeah. But you know what? The crazy part is, there's this guy who comes there, Victor. He has his own track, so he comes to that track, and he's a great racer. I'm racing against guys who have done this track. They can do it closed, right? So for me to finish second, I was like, "You guys let me win. This is impossible." And is it really the controller that I need to have a good night? But he came one night, and we had the GT series, which was with those cars, and I was like, "Oh, I got to put this tire, that tire," and I'm like, and he won that heat, and he won that series. He actually won the night. I think he came in first or second. I forget it. And then we were just talking, and I'm like, "Oh, what did you do to your car?" He's like, "Which one?" I'm like, "The GT." He's like, "Oh," he goes, "I just took it out of the box." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, he just bought." He goes, "I literally came back from the store because I didn't have a GT. I bought it." And he goes, "Look," and he puts the lighter fluid on the tires. I'm like, "You want to take it off and put it on the truer?" He's like, No. He's like, "Stop." He's like, "Stop. Just rub it in with your fingers. Just turn the tires. Put a little bit more." He's like, "Joe, relax. Just," and he's like, "And that's it, guy." And I'm like, I would normally tell him, "Nah, that you can't just do that." But he won with original NSR tires. And I'm like, and lighter fluid. And he's like, yeah. And he's like as if he's making a barbecue. And he's like, "Yeah, don't worry about it."
Exactly.
I'm like, okay.
More sauce.
Exactly. Like, so,
But yeah, Brad has a good point here that we all bought these an old Carrera car where the tires are completely as mush. That will not happen with the silicone ones. So that's clearly a good point.
There's so many pros and cons to everything, right? I mean, if you're someone who if you want a car that's going to be nice and flat and level, then you go with rubber or urethane that you can chew it and get perfectly flat and get that car as close as possible, without a doubt. Silicone is like you set it and you forget it. But if you've got a car that has, I mean, I can pick up any one of my silicone cars right now, and I don't know how well you can see that, but there's a bevel in there. There is a bevel in these tires. They are not completely flat. Yeah. They're sticky as all hell. I don't know why I have to whisper that, but it's just, but it's just the way it is, right? I mean, this car here, I had no choice but to put the foam inserts, and that's the only way I could have got this car as flat as possible.
Is that an NSR?
No, it's a Carrera.
Oh, there's a Carrera. Okay, yeah.
This is my most modified Carrera car ever in my life. And,
I know the story behind that one. You're desperately trying to get it to run really good, man.
I got it to a certain spot, and I'm like, I can't touch it anymore. It's just now I got to do it to Jen's car.
Hey, look at this! We got celebrity here.
There you go. That's a true celebrity.
Thank you so much for jumping in. Yeah, there we go. We're just talking about the Woodslot race here, and now we're looking forward to the AMSCO race. That's going to be really, really exciting. So, and that's going to be really, really fun. And I think it's interesting also, since now we got Ian Douglas is coming from the West Coast. You know, that it's going to be so much interesting. So it's interesting to see, is Ian only good on his home tracks, or is Ian really good at all tracks? If he is, then he is the GOAT, truly the GOAT. You know, it's kind of like what's the NSR guy's name?
Oh, Andreas.
Andreas, yeah. I keep calling him Alexander. I don't know why, but Andreas. I mean, whatever track he shows up at, he takes his screwdriver, loosens up a couple of screws, and then out of box, and he goes and wins. He's just a monster. It's just scary how skillful one can be. But so but it's going to be really fun, because I think the fun part is that on the east side there's a lot of good, competent racers as well. And I don't know if they have ever like really met in a way like they will at this AMSCO. And so that's going to be so much fun to watch. It's going to be like one of these Grand Slam, Grandmasters, or whatever they call it, where all the champions meet up and get to race. So it's going to be really exciting. And as always, you know, of course, we always enjoy Marty's streams. So that's going to be a lot of fun to see. I'm actually kind of like, when is Christmas coming? You know, that's the Christmas Eve. So that's a lot of fun. And I wish I had.
The NSR Easterns are coming, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So because I normally go over to the US maybe 5 or 6 times a year. And the AMSCO race is right in between two happenings, and I can't throw in a third one because I already have 6 long hauls, and it just costs a fortune to fly from Europe right now. So,
well, dude, if you ever need a place to stay, you know, you can stay at my place. That's not even a question, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, and one day I'm gonna do that. We'll see which trip when it works next time. I'll fly over to Quebec, and we can have some poutine and say tabernac to everything.
Poutine, not poutine, poutine.
Poutine, yeah.
Well, because I married a Swede, by contract, I'm obligated to host at least one Swede per year.
Yeah, exactly. Per contract. Yeah, it's such a tough contract. Oh.
No, we had Jen's cousin come in, I think, was it spring? Or was it last year?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
It was really nice. It's really nice to have them and have that cultural exchange. Was really interesting.
Yeah, no, that's a dream. That's a bucket list trip for me, to make it and make it to a Monday race and be there with you and Jen, and that would be so much fun. Just to see how, because your track is so different from my track. My track is, you know, with a lot of long straights, not so technical. Yours is technical. You have to really be probably a better driver.
Yeah, and that's why I'm really trying to slow down the cars, even with gearing, so that I can still have that, because it's one thing I enjoy the most. And I don't, you know, I mean, I'm sure it's the same for everyone, but to have at least a section where you can just jam down on the controller. You always want to give it everything you have.
Yeah,
I can only really do that in 2 spots, but the slower you bring your cars, and the gearing makes a big difference. Like, the club track is longer than my track. It's 90, it's like 80 feet. I'm at 50, it's 80 feet. But the timings are the same, because those cars, and they're running on lower voltage, but those cars are just tuned to drive faster. And the seconds, that I'm like, 6 seconds. I go, that's average lap time on my track. So the timing of the races are the same. It's interesting, right? There's so many variables. The cars, the flow.
So many variables, different things you can need to think about. But anyway, so much fun going on right now with the Woodslot just over. And for anyone who has not seen it, go in and on Conquest, check out those, and especially look at the last 5-10 minutes of that race, because I think it was so entertaining, and you kept your cool. The other guy did not. So
I appreciate that. I mean, it was, it's a learning experience for everybody, and I can't thank obviously Oliver, John Erdman, Raul, everybody. I mean, even Marty helped me out. I had a lot of streaming questions. The community really came together. Everyone for watching, you guys for just the support of the community is fantastic. And it was a battle, and I didn't really think any. You don't realize. I'm like, why is everyone? You guys, it means a lot.
I think that's key as well with the niche hobby, with a small community as we are, that we need to support each other. I mean, it's just, it should be a given in all over society, but it's not. But especially in a small hobby like this, we need to support each other and help out. And Greg helped you out with the chip and so forth.
Greg up too. Sorry, right? I mean,
we helped me out with it, getting the chips together, and so and
Arnie, it's burning me. And you know what? What Steve sent me. I'll show it tomorrow. Steve sent me a nice shirt.
Yeah, save it for tomorrow. Yeah, no, Marty. Before we went live, he actually said that he's not joining because he was afraid. That's it.
There's no way. I mean, I placed the last time in the NSR Easterns. I placed 10 spots below Marty, right? And 10 or 5. It doesn't matter. Just to be in that room with those racers, seeing how people race and seeing how people, the competitive side of it is also fun, right? And I can understand why some people go a little bit overboard. Some people just, they care less, and it's a balance, and you understand it. This is a sport. You're up there for more than half an hour.
I know,
you have to physically be aware. And at one point, even in the Woodslot, I went cross-eyed. I had to just close my eyes for 2 seconds because you're just tunnel vision. and it's definitely a strain, and that's the fun of it. And if people who can handle that and appreciate that and enjoy that, it's a completely different race. Whether it's digital or analog, it was, it's fantastic. And I would encourage anybody to just even once go out and come join us and join any any event really. And it's something completely different.
But it's so funny. Because when I talk about, we put you behind the mic, definitely. But
I am camera shy for some reason at these events. I won't lie. I don't know why. I just don't like.
Yeah, but sometimes when I talk about slot car racing, people look at me. What are you spending time with toy cars? It's like, yeah, I am. And then I talk about the different things that I'm working on, like when you are setting up your car. And I agree, it's all about the people, definitely.
Sorry, it's your show. I shouldn't have.
No, go ahead. I mean, it's our show. We're doing it together.
In that case.
And it's so true, Marty. It's definitely about the people. But when I start talking about, you have to tune the car. And what do you mean tuning? Well, then you start talking about all these different things. How you set your motor pod, you have dampers, you have a spring suspension. How do you set them? Do you have float in the body? All these and different tires. You true the tires, and they're like, well, that's almost like setting up a real car in Formula One, because for every track they set up the cars differently, and that's what we do as well. We have to set up our cars, so it's kind of in a miniature format racing. And then I invite them over and they come and race. And they're like, okay, now we understand what you're talking about. This is actually hard. And they get 100% of the times they get so excited that I have to carry them out. If they can come over for coffee and then take a couple of laps. 4 hours later, guys, I need to go to sleep. Can you please leave my home? But it's fun how it can be so engaging, and for us that are in the hobby, as we were talking about these races, and we talk about, I got this new screw with gallons shorter, and I got the special compound. These are all these small things that actually matters when you are chasing the hundreds of a second, So.
Oh, for sure. And I have. Sorry, the dog's just crying at the door. One momento.
Open up. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's going to be so much fun, Marty. I'm looking forward to your stream, and I heard the good news with the Ian coming over. Oh, my camera is dying on me.
But don't be scared of. It's actually not that hard.
No, I mean for me, it's more the lack of a track. There is no competitive track close to where I'm at. And now, of course, my own fault. I live in the middle of the forest, so I guess
you can test all that on your track. There's no reason why. This was the first time, like we were talking about, the first time I used springs on the car.
Yeah, no, I got cars with springs and all that. So I'm testing all this with or without springs and so forth. It's a lot of, and that's part of the fun.
Of course.
Sometimes
I would never want to discourage anybody from thinking, oh, I have to do this to my car. Most of my cars are running box stock, and then you try something different at the next one, and it's like, okay, well, this is how that responded, and then the car becomes tuned to you and how you drive, right?
Yeah.
See, there's certain things that make the car go faster. You can easily put in the fastest gear, but that it might not like the track.
Exactly.
So this all comes with experience and
then sometimes I also enjoy driving my slower cars. When I'm competing with other in the same category, the slowability of the car, when they all have the same slowability.
Yeah.
To phrase another guru in the slot car racing world. If you have cars that are fairly the same speed, it's a lot of fun, even if they're not the top-notch cars. And my fastest car, the NSR GT40, the 1966, it was almost out of box. It was just fast. It was just I was way up there, and it's really interesting. And then I made some tweaking, and then I finally got that last little bit. But
it's.
And also the AMSCO tuning. I must say the AMSCO tuning that Greg put out.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic.
And it works on my high-end cars, not the Carreras, of course, but my higher-end cars. It's brilliant on my track. I just love it. So I've been going through. I have a whole bunch of cars I'm going to do over this weekend. So my final 9, 12 cars. And then all of them have the same tuning now, and it was brilliant. The video he did was just so, easy to understand, easy to pick up how to do it. So that was really good.
Do you have a show and tell?
Yes, we do. We can do a show and tell. If you start, and I'll do it after you. What's your show and tell?
Okay, I was just going to show my haul.
Yes. Oh, you bought some cars. Jen is not watching. I haven't seen her in the chat, so she's probably not aware of my channel, so you're safe.
No, she knows your channel. She's working right now. I think I hear her in a meeting, hopefully. I managed to pick up this guy right here, Scale Auto.
Ooh, nice.
And I saw this livery, and Oliver had it at a very good price. So I got this from Scale Auto. I just put it on the track to make sure everything was good, because the only thing about Scale Auto that drives me nuts is how they hide the magnet in here, which is like the perfect placement, but you got to take apart the whole axle assembly, which is fine. You got to oil it anyway. Yeah. And then right next to it, and the reason why I bought it is because he had the running mate in the.
Oh no, that's nice.
I was surprised that they were still there when I went back on the table. I mean, like.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well,
you cannot get a nicer racing pair. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
And this is my second, technically my 5th Scale Auto car, but second in a series. I told myself I would never buy GT cars in another class except for Carrera, and I saw these and I'm like, I have to get them. And then and I got that, for show and tell. I got, oh, this was gifted to me by Carlos. It's my first real rally car, a Lancia.
Nice.
It will be a shelf queen for sure. This thing is beautiful.
It is. I mean, fly cars are so beautiful.
You know, thank you,
But
Carlos.
I tell you, they are a hassle to. You can make them run really well, but you have to put some work into them.
I don't even want the motor. Just the detail of the motor in this car is
That's crazy. It's just whole different level.
You know, like sometimes you find these gems, and I want to thank you, Carlos, and Mike from Big Oak. It was so fun to race him at the Woodslot in the beginning.
Yeah, that's a nice
battle.
Old E-Class Mercedes.
Yeah, so now this will run with my DTMs, the Slotheads. Fantastic livery here. It's my first camel livery, so I'm super happy about that. And
nice.
Then I also picked up.
Yeah, the Volvo. You gotta have the Volvo.
Only because I have right here you
have the sedan.
SCX sedan.
Yeah.
Oh, which the motor is the worst motor I've ever encountered ever. It's horrible. It's horrible. Super slow. So I'm starting to take it apart. And this whole system, I've never seen this. I mean, it's got you guys in Europe probably see this more often, but this is the first time I've ever seen it. And the motor pod, which I think is really cool because it comes with this plastic motor pod thingy.
Yeah.
This motor is just I don't know, come on.
What is it?
It looks like a mini rocket ship or like a small frog. I don't know. So I'm gonna.
Bo says you're missing something, but he's not saying what you're missing, so we have to guess.
Yeah, there's missing a lot in this car. As ways of.
It might come up in a later comment, but anyway. But that Volvo.
I think that's my show and tell for now. I got a bunch of stuff, but I'm not going to take up the hours and hours of stuff that I have. I got a lot of fun stuff in that box. There's a lot of goodies in that box, but I'm making a video about it, so you guys are gonna have to wait for that.
Oh, nice! Yeah, I'll looking forward to that. Yeah. Apparently, that 190E was built where he lives, so he has some limited edition.
Oh, okay.
Way back in time, where so
it was the car. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was the car Mercedes built to compete with BMW because they were winning the DTMs all the time.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that, Brad.
But I tell you, he's lying. Bradley, you're a liar. It's not. It's top heavy. It's top heavy like crazy. It is unfortunately because physics. It is top heavy. But all you have to do, if you add even a little bit of weight at the bottom, then you're all good. As add a little bit of lead at the bottom plate, and then it's a really fun driver.
So you don't have to zoom in on this because I'm kind of embarrassed, but I've had to start compartmentalizing. Is that a word? Compartmentalizing my projects. This is my Scalextric for the club because we run a muscle car series.
Yeah, and nice.
They were like, "Oh, buy this, buy that." I bought a bunch of stuff, Scale Auto motors. Zero grip front tires to modify Scalextric cars, and I'm almost done. And I think they run fantastic, and that's what got me to do it. You can modify anything to run sweet,
I mean, their Formula One cars, the McLarens and the Williams, they run really well. But so good. Welcome to the club, Marty. I try to resist the Volvo just because out of principle, since I'm a Swede. But I finally broken and I bought it as well, so I have it. So I think it's just one of these cars you need to have. Everybody needs to have a station wagon racing car.
That Volvo, that station wagon Volvo, I remember it was 1993, 1992. Yeah. My buddy's parents came to pick us up but the old Volvos. So it was coming from the 80s and 90s. These things were ugly.
Exactly, they were like containers.
And I sat in the back of it, and I'm like, wow, this is my first time in a Volvo. I was a kid. I was maybe 13, 14, right? Like just fresh out of a grade school, first year of high school or second. And I fell asleep in that car and woke up naturally. It was so smooth, the ride. I was like, what is this? And that's when I started thinking about Volvos. So it was just very weird.
Yeah. And but the fun part of it was when it started racing, everybody was just laughing. You know, what is a station wagon doing here? You know, get out of here. And it beat everything on the British series. So, and I think the next car that's going to be the car that everybody needs to have is the NSR hypercar. And I think that's.
I don't like hypercars. I don't. They're like
I
I
don't like
that.
but I have one. Trust me. A year from now, we're gonna have this meeting. I'm gonna get this date down and time. A year from now, you will have an NSR hypercar in your collection.
I don't doubt that NSR is putting out a great product. I mean, it would be. I would be very surprised if you know, for whatever reason, a second batch. I mean, I know Marty has a video out. You guys should go check that out for sure. His test of the hypercar. You know, it would be very unsurprising that NSR would come out with a product that you know, even the scale. I was having this conversation with Warren yesterday. He's like, you got to try the scale electric hypercars. They run really well.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well.
There you go.
See, I told you he was lying. I knew it, Brad. You put magic goo on. You did something on it to run well. So yeah, no. So I think I've been watching Marty's. It's been featured in his channel in several videos. And for those, I did not win. He gave one away, and I'm very disappointed at Marty for that. So, but I
totally his fault. Yeah,
exactly. He had put some algorithm in the random generator picker from the comments. So it's all his fault. No,
there's a button because we use the same one. There's one that says exclude.
Yeah, exactly. Exclude this and this. No, but he has some really good videos. Go and check them out at Two Line Slot Cars if you're interested in the hypercar. I felt like genuine and authentic. Not trying to sell the car, but just objectively reviewing the car and giving it some laps. So I like that. So, and what I've seen, I haven't ordered it yet. I'm trying to be strong. I'm going to try to wait until they come out with the ones with delivery on them. Yeah, exactly. There were only 400 people.
Only.
And I still couldn't win.
That's just called bad luck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. The hole in the donut. That's your lot, Anders. So yeah. So Chris is here as well. Welcome, Chris. Yeah, that's yeah. So, but yeah, go if you're interested, go check them out. And I think I will get one, but I'm going to wait for the livery ones. Yeah, that will be my next car, I think. No, it's not going to be my next. I bought the Revell slot car. It's a BMW that Ronnie Peterson drove, the Swedish. The one Formula One driver that we had that actually ran well, who died in 1979 in a crash on Monza. So, but he was also driving like a GT type of racing. So I Nico found it on eBay and he said, "Here's a car for you," and I immediately ordered it. So it will be featured.
Slot Car Journal, man. Mark is killing it right now with the painting, and I feel like I'm so behind that I just do not have time to. I mean, this is my painting skills. I put a 0, I put a little O in front of the 2. That's all I did to my car.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
That's what you guys.
Yeah. I don't have crayons enough to paint a whole car. You know, that's my skill level. I'm doing it with crayons, so I'm not going to be there. So it's all good fun, but I do have actually one thing. Are you done with your show and tell with your boxes, or do you have more that you bought at the swap meet where you do everything except swap cars?
No, there's one more. There's one more. There's actually one more.
Run, Forrest, run.
And no, the only other thing I wanted to show was the controllers if we were going to go down that route, but because I did get the controller there. I got off John Erdman.
That's a cool Stingray.
And if you go into the Discord under the club cars, there's a guy that I race with, Brian. This car runs fantastic, by the way. It, out of the box. I don't think there's is that a magnet? Oh, there you go. That's why. Never mind. There's a magnet.
Yeah. Of course.
But on the wood track, there's no magnetism. So when I ran at John's, this car was just...
Unless you run a magnet braid.
So I'm not too worried. I just know that I have to put some weight. At the club, the reason why I got this was because, and I know that Scale Electric, if I'm not mistaken, has a newer, not the newer model, but a new print of these cars. There's a black and red one that I want to get. If you go into the Discord, you will see that they put in a light in the
exhaust.
So when in the exhaust, when the car stops, you get the backfire. And on the track, we have a series that we race. Cool. And I'm just mesmerized by every time I brake on purpose because I want to see the car, especially when they're coming in for gas. All the cars are, and all these lights are going off, and that's really the only. And if Greg from Clearwater is here, he's going to be like, "I can't believe you purposely bought a Corvette." And
hello, Rob. Welcome. If you're not a subscriber, I hope both of us will earn your subscription to Herrera's Carrera and to Lucifer Raceway, and that goes for anyone else. Anyway, we've done that bit now.
All right, bro.
My show and tell.
I've been looking forward to this. You didn't tell me what it was. So.
This is an old show and tell, and this is something that I have already showed and told. Let's see if I do this and this. This is a fly car. And the difference with this one is that it not only is it a fly car, but it has these special wheels, alloy wheels, a 3D printed chassis, and a motor pod and everything, special gearing. And this one is, is it okay if I keep you behind me?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. This one is.
I'm not done looking at the car. What are you doing? Go back to the car.
Yeah. Well,
I have questions.
You know what? Hold on. This one is built by Nico. Yeah. And he's done, so he took a fly car and he rebuilt it completely. And it's a magless car. And he's done so many cool things with it. But I talked to Nico earlier today and I said, well, I'm going to have Joe over as our guest. Why don't we send this car over to Joe so he can test it on his track at home and also maybe take it to the club track and see how it runs on a wood track. And so I'm going to send this over to you so you can test it. Because I tried to test, Nico sent it to me first and to test and do a video on it, but I can't drive magless cars. I just can't. And I don't want to because it's not fun. And I only do things that are fun.
What controller are you using?
The Frankenstein or the Frankenslot.
EcoWave or the triple?
I don't know.
Okay, the new EcoWave.
Yeah.
And what's your curve on there? How many times does it flash? Just go by that.
When I turn it on, one.
No, that's channel. When you go into the menu, what curve did you set it to?
Well, so here's the thing. When I bought this, because I thought I can't just run on my toy plungers, so I bought this one and I thought, but now I have no idea how this works. And I went actually to your channel and I did a search. And of course, you had an excellent video on how to program this. So I followed it and I did that programming like a long time ago. Now I can't remember, but I think I went for the one that you recommended that you liked. And it fits me really, really well.
Okay.
So whatever you said in that video, that's the one I'm using.
Okay, cool. I've since changed to the curve. So okay, I'm not going to go through the curves, but instead of using curve number 3, I now use curve number 4.
Okay, yeah, because I think I'm on 3.
Yeah. And
hey, look at this! Who showed up? Our buddy, Mike. How are you doing, buddy? We talked about you in the beginning of the show, so you have to rewind and watch it all over again. I hope your recovery is going well, and you know that we're thinking about you, and all the best wishes for you. So good to see you here, and we got Anthony Bateman as well. Here's another channel that needs visitors. Go and check it out. It's a lot of fun, and Anthony is now getting back to more slot cars related content as well. It's been a little bit of a break there for reasons. So yeah, what a great group. I'm amazed. Look at all these celebrities all over. It's just because you're joining in. You see, Joe,
Yeah, okay.
what you can do to a channel like mine. That's great. No, thank you, everybody. We really appreciate you guys coming over.
I got my PR guy calling everybody saying, "I'll send you $5. Just go on for 20 minutes."
I told him to bump it up to 100.
Yeah.
Give them 100 for everyone that comes in.
Awesome. But
Yeah, no, so I'm gonna send it over, and then you can do a short video on it whenever you have time to see how you, because I have one video. I think I think I did it on the live. One of the lives is about the panels, and it was a catastrophe.
Did you change the brakes? Is that car, first of all, is that car digitally chipped?
No, it's analog. So it's analog, and on analog with the axle box,
So you're okay. So you're using the axle box, and you
Yeah.
flip it to analog mode. So you're using the same controller. That's totally fine. With axle box, you can still mess with the braking. So how do you normally brake in digital? What's your brake setting in digital, if I may ask you?
Yeah, I run at 27% because I like to cruise through curves. So I'm not like you brake late, right? And you hammer it after.
Well, that's the thing. On my track, I don't brake late. On my track, my brakes are at 7%. That's what I was saying. Like the competition is like really different. How my mentality, but which I don't recommend to anybody because I'm not any good. But if you're using 27, I believe that the axle box is set to 0. So I think that if you try to match what you're doing now, so what you can do on the axle box is if you don't press the code button and press down the button, it'll do it for both chips. So if you hit code on your CU, and press speed I always keep at 100% because I allow the voltage, whatever I'm using to be run. And then the brakes should be set by default at the first position, the first blinking light.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I would bring it up. And then secondly, what voltage are you running that car at?
I have the standard Carrera, 14.8 volts. So I don't have one of those.
It's not variable?
No, it's the one that came with the box.
So then I would suggest try bringing down your speed to 80%.
Yeah.
The biggest thing getting people to take out the magnets that I've realized that helps is to really slow down the car, even at nauseum. Just even just to get used to how the car will kick out, and then start bringing up your speed to get used to it, because it's like you're learning all over again. You can't go full 15 volts and expect to be of course you're not going to like it. You and I have had this conversation a million times. Because I would not want you to send me that car when you could be potentially having a blast with it.
Oh, look at that, Anthony. Thank you so much. Appreciated. Much appreciated. I'm over watching. Yes. So this is a good question. I'll tell you the story for the other new ones. So it's I have a cat, and her name is Lucy, and her last name is Fur, and it's a wordplay on Lucifer. And I call her Lucifer because she is the devil. Whenever I'm racing, she's up on the track, and she could sit right next to the track and flipping my cars off. And I'm doing a 20-minute endurance race for Slothead, and then, minute 17, gunk.
That's her saying, "Go faster, again."
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I call it Lucifer Raceway. But I am Anders. That's my name. Yeah. So it's just the raceway is called after the cat. It's a big furry Maine Coon cat.
My name is Anders.
Could the real Anders please stand up? Please stand up. Yeah, that's me. yeah, so that's the backstory behind that. Very exciting. But yeah, no, she's a big beast though. Now she's sleeping. She's been out in the forest all day hunting.
Well, what's the breed of that cat? It's not a tabby. It's
No, it's a Maine Coon.
Okay.
Yeah, so when it's, I'm 187 tall, 6 foot 2 feet, 187 centimeters. So I'm a tall guy. But when she's on her back paws, she reaches up to my hip. I mean, she's like a smaller dog. So she's really big. I mean, if I'm on the kitchen counter cutting fresh chicken, if I'm doing a curry or something, I can see a paw coming up there. Yeah, that piece of chicken is mine, and that one is mine, and that, because she's so tall, she can do that,
Oh my God.
So she's a beast, but she's very kind though. She's very nice, but except when I'm racing. But she loves racing as well. Whenever when I turn on the CU, the beep 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 that goes on with the CU, she comes in running from wherever she might be. If she's outdoors or indoors, she'll come in and sing. She's sitting there watching.
Yeah, Dad's playing. Let's play.
Yeah, so she really enjoys it. So that's kind of funny.
My dog hates the noise, so he runs away. It's kind of funny. But
yeah. And this, you see, I know why I like Anthony. Not only your channel, I love your channel and your chit chat about anything and everything that you talk about. I find it really interesting. But you have good taste as well. They're beautiful cats. You're absolutely right, and they are huge. So yeah, so that one is. I'm gonna package it up and send it over to yours, and then get some laps on it, and both me and Nico are interested in hearing how you find it, but you also open it up and check it out, because it's basically a dummies 101 on how to make a fly car run well.
No problem, but I would really like you to try what I suggested before you send it to me.
No. So I will do that. I will do that during this weekend. I'm gonna set down increase the brakes and set down the speed.
And what you have to do is then, once you're comfortable with it, I don't think there's fly cars in the slot sink. And Pete's gonna kill me for saying this, but take note, make a call a car, whatever. Take note, write it down, and I'll do it as well, and we'll compare to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, bringing it to the track is fine. I mean, I think they have an LMP class, so I'll run it, and I'll ask them if we can do an LMP one night. But for me, it's more like racing with you guys on the track.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So even on the Carrera track, I mean, because that's where Nico races on a Carrera track as well. So in his club, so.
I could see Anders. He's like, I'm not doing any of that. I'm just going to send it to you. I don't want to do it.
No. I have this weekend. I have a dinner with my daughter on Saturday, but that's it. Because she's up in town. She's going to some concert. So.
Because I think lowering it to 80% drops at least a volt. So that means if you're doing the standard 14.8, that's about 13.5. So you'll drop it at least to 12 volts at 80%. And then adjust your braking as needed, and then I think you'll get a hang. And I'm telling you, once you get a hang of it, you're not going to want to send it to me. That's the goal.
I think Nico wants your opinion as well, because he felt that my opinion was kind of worthless.
No.
It's like, why did I even bother sending it to Anders? I mean,
spent all that time with the car. Anders, what do you think?
Yeah.
It's okay. Send it to
Did you
Joe.
notice that no. Send it onwards. No, he would not do that. Nico is a nice guy. He's just playing and having fun with him. But I have an NSR Porsche, the Coca-Cola Porsche, which is magless. So I have at least one car that I every now and then take out and try to,
Those cars run really well.
No, not magless. Not with me.
I will show you that they run.
You have not seen the level of incompetency that I inhibit. It's just, I can't drive. I love, all the magnets. If there's a tuning magnet, I'll buy it and pop it in, because then I can drive extremely fast. And I like a Porsche to stick to the track like a real Porsche. If you ever driven a real Porsche, it's like driving an iron. It's just like it sticks to the asphalt, and they don't fishtail. And my NSR Porsche fishtails when it's magless, and doesn't really work for me.
So then you need silicone tires.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right, Mark. This one it's a monster build. He has changed all the axles, gears, motor pods. It's a 3D chassis, 3D printed chassis, and wheels, tires, everything. It's a beast. It's just so much fun. But it would be fun to see it be on the hands of someone that actually knows a little bit more than I do. Because I'm like Jon Snow. I know nothing.
But learn on it. It doesn't, guys. If I
have other cars to learn on. We need to
and fix a car that doesn't break apart. Anybody can do it, right?
Yeah.
Who am I? Just a guy.
You're Mr. Big Banana now that you've been on Worldwide Slot Chat.
Yeah. You don't want to see my bank account right now. You trust me. I'm no Big Banana. I'm a shriveled prune at this point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, B-Rad. I mean, you have to watch Brad's latest video. His cats are also all over the track, and he's like have to close doors to keep them up. But that's just the way. But ragdolls are really nice. I love ragdolls as well. It's a fun when you lift them up. They go totally limp. They become like ragdolls. They just give up. They're funny. That's why they called ragdolls.
Slot Car Journal. Do you mean like this, where I got a fly car here that I thought was so interesting that the motor, it's a front drive, it's a rear wheel drive, but the motor is in the front. And
yeah, so he made it a sidewinder.
Great for torque. That's a slotted pod right there.
Yeah, exactly. So he made it a sidewinder instead of the long shaft. So
yeah, that's a.
So it's yeah. There's so many things, and I think you can make it more justice than I can to see what you think and compare with some of your other fly cars. I compare with other fly cars, and they drive as bad as that one. Well, actually, it's a little bit better because they have magnets in it.
To be honest, I don't.
You have the rally, the car you just got.
I'm not taking that out of the box.
You're such a wussy.
I will do it again, and then no one will ever see it again because it's going.
Yeah. You're gonna hide it.
It's beautiful. Thank you so much, Carlos. It was very unnecessary, but sorry.
That's a beautiful car. Hang on, I just need to. That motor part, that is just the details.
It's got both drivers in there.
They're not drivers. One drives, and the other one reads the map.
Co-pilot. Yeah, co-pilot.
The map rider. He reads the map.
Yeah. Les petits bonhommes in French. Les deux bonhommes.
Yeah, le banana.
Les bonhommes. See, it's going right here. Here, I'm gonna move my camera, and that's where it's gonna live.
Yeah, that is a beautiful car, Anthony. It's just awesome.
Right
so.
There.
Yeah, so that one at least it is that is one is also a beautiful car. It's all made by Nico. Get to experience that one. And besides that, my show and tell. I just went through slot. Oh, now I'm behind you. Can't see you. Thank you, Joe.
I got you.
You got me. Oh,
as per contract, I need to take up at least 100% of the screen for at least 30 minutes of the show. As per contract.
I thought you were this guy. Hang on, I'm going to show you, and then I'll let you guess. See if you figure this one out.
Mark, yeah.
You see this one? Oh wait a minute. I need to do this and that. No. Here. Do you get this one? Joe?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm trying to.
I got your back. You know the expression, I got your back?
I got your back. That's cool.
Yeah, and he literally got his back.
I'm like, those look like stick people.
Yeah, yeah, that's my level of humor.
Well, I mean,
That's my next tattoo. I got your back. Instead of navigating this, put the scale moment in. Yeah, yeah, that's a funny one. Oh, yeah, no. So I was just about to say I just finished April's all endurance races and all the sprint races. I'm done with all my classes, and whenever I'm done with that, I have a heap of cars that I have to repair because I crash a lot. So it's just a mayhem. So now I need to. For example, I got this beautiful slotted Lola, but it sounds like this now. When I
you got
something is wrong. I don't know. It doesn't really sound healthy, right?
Would you putting quarters in there? Just being like, can you run?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I haven't opened it yet, but it did a really good time on the endurance. The last 2-3 minutes, it started all this rattling. I'm like, you better survive. I'm not going to finish. There were only 2-3 minutes left. And I was just driving it like crazy. It was rattling. I'm like, you hold for another 2 minutes. You can brake as much as you want, but dang it, don't fail on me now. I was just pushing it.
Well, how did you do?
I think I did pretty well. Let's see. If
I bet you anything the magnet came out, and that's what you're hearing, and you did better.
Let's see, prototypes. But I think also the body. I mean the driver and the whole interior.
Oh yeah,
I lost all that.
Plasticky. Yeah.
Yeah. So I came in first. I think I'm first on the monthly in points and second on the endurances. And in the weekly, yeah, I'm first on the weekly. I just got it under 50. 49.8.
So you know what? Leave that guy loose in there, and it'll, he'll act like a real, like let's say a first-time driver who's racing with a professional.
Panicking. Oh, that's so funny.
There's a man who knows what he's doing. I left my panos, added a chip, guide silicones, and it runs good. That's the guy who knows what he's doing.
But yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah. Don't guess. Open it up, and yeah. Well, I will, Bo. Calm down. Keep your panties on.
Only when you lose, though. If you're winning, don't change a thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. I mean, I want to do something to my GT40 that I had the club record with, but I don't dare to change too much because it's so perfectly balanced, handles the corners perfectly. Whatever I do, I can only mess it up. I was about to use the F word there. I was about to fuck it up more, and yeah. So I got a whole bunch of those weekend projects for this weekend to fix. I'm down on my butt here. Oh, that's good. That's good, Bo. Stay in the seat.
Well, I mean, as long as that guy is within the cockpit and he's not actually loose in the car, the last thing you want is a foot to get inside the motor and melt.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No. So it's. I can see him moving in there. So that's at least one of the things that's broken. So we'll see. But it was during one of the sprints that he took a flight. I don't know if that's visible on.
So let me, sure. I see if you can show it, but
if I do this, so on my track, and you tell me if you see or not. There's an elevation here, and if you go really fast, this acts like a ramp, and it kept it flew over and into my control tower and crashed the whole thing. So I have to super glue everything, tore down the golf sign, and went onwards, through this over to the window over there.
So you're having the same. That's a fantastic looking room, though. By the way,
yeah.
If you go back to that view, you're having the same issue I'm having with the elevation. maybe because it's a trick of the light, but right after your switch, right where it's going, I don't know if the camera's mirrored, but your right lane to left lane,
Here?
where your elevation is, which you
Yes,
might,
yes.
yeah, what you might want to do. It looks like it's a little kinked. I have the same issue with coming out of my pit lane where the switch lane is actually heavier because the switch lane pieces are heavier. So I had to support it more to get a better of an angle, because the problem is you have two pieces of a switch lane that are more stiff than the regular Carrera track.
Now that you say it, absolutely, I see it clearly now.
Yeah,
I
so
can see clearly now.
yeah,
No dance.
I mean it's
But
not
I haven't
it's
seen that
usually not a
before.
big deal, but you're going to
No,
want
but
to try to angle that a lot to make that a more of an elevated
exactly, get that
ascension
up a
better,
little
and then
bit.
you'll have less of a problem of the cars flying out. I mean, it's still a pretty high,
Yeah.
but you might, you know.
Look at you, adding value already. It's only been 1 hour and 40 minutes.
That's it. I will, you know, if I can, you're the first person to tell me that. So it's taken me 3 years for someone to tell me you've added value for 1 second. So guys, I'm
But
out. Welcome.
yeah, I'm going to
Channel is
finish
done.
when I'm at the top.
Exactly. I'm selling everything.
Oh, yeah. So now this
Cleared for
is,
takeoff.
it was a
Absolutely.
slotted car, but now it's a fly car.
Yeah. So, so speaking of fly cars, and now that you've had Fly, NSR, Revo, I know your thoughts on
Yeah.
Revo. What is your, and I know this is a hard question to ask, but what is your favorite car? What is your preferred car at this point? Because that'll change.
Yeah, my preferred car is absolutely the. I have one. It's very easy. And we'll switch to another camera. Let's see if we do something like. Oh, and then I need to highlight myself. Doop. That's my favorite car.
Oh, nice.
It's an NSR GT40 1966. It even has the little crosses over the headlights, so if you brake, they don't leave a residue.
Is that what
This
that's
one-
for? I always wondered why they put X's on lights. I just thought it was a cool look, but
Yeah, no. So especially if you have street cars. There's some classes where you have street cars where you actually some like Formula One cars, they don't have headlights at all.
Yeah.
But when you have a street car, they have headlights on them, and then when you put tape on them, if it breaks, the tape will keep the pieces of glass stick there.
so why do you like it?
Well, first of all, straight out of box, it was just flying. It was just I didn't have to do anything, and it was a fun car to drive. The Revo slot, for example, the Ferrari F40 that I have, I spent weeks, and it's still not funny to drive. Right? I want to have fun. So there should have been one more straight before the curve, before the elevator. Yeah, but I know, but I can't do that. It's my track is too short, or my table is too short. I'm not running out of living room. This is my living room, you know. So
I see stairs that go up. I mean, you can put the track to go higher. I mean,
yeah, yeah, exactly. So that's all I have so I can't do much with it. So that's the downside. But it's okay. No, but the NSR car, straight out of the box, fantastic, fun from the first second. You don't have to do anything with it. And then if you spend a little bit of time, do a little bit of AMSCO tuning, a little bit of loosening up, and then it's a brilliant car. It's so much fun. So much fun to drive. So I like and in general, I think all my NSRs, except the one I took the magnets out, the Coca-Cola Porsche, that's not fun. But every single other NSR is just so much fun to drive. And then slotted comes really close. You know, I have slotted cars that are on par with the
really?
NSR cars. But for example, all my hypercars, the slotted hypercars, the NSX, the Acura NSX, and this one, the Lola LMP, they're so much fun. They're hysterical to drive. You get sub 50 laps, 50 times on slot sync, and if you're sub 50, you know it's fast.
yeah, for sure.
And that's with my limited tuning skills.
Hold on a minute. Are you running magnets with the Revos?
Yeah. I tried it without, and then it was just, I was ready to throw it to the Wolverine that comes and visits every now and then in the forest, and he'll chew on this. But now I think I have all the magnets, and I think I even had a picture of it where let me show you.
I found that the F40s that I have, right? I don't like this camera angle; it's on my belly, so we'll just put it back up there. I found that the Woodslot that I had, I realized, because I had raced them once really with my dad when he came over, and he had a really fun time with them. I realized that those cars we were riding on the guides. You had asked me before if I ride on the guides, and normally that's a no-no. But the Revos, I cannot get the front tires to touch the track. I think that's a Carrera issue and not a Woodslot issue.
Yeah.
Because the guys at the wood track, we run Revos, and the front tires do touch. However, I noticed that Wodslots are the closest things, and I know I'm going to get probably flamed for this, but they are almost the closest things to a Carrera car because of the weight.
Yeah, I mean, they're beautiful outside. The engineering inside, fantastic, beautiful. But I mean, this is how my Revo looks like right now. You see back here, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
We only see your beautiful face.
Oh, I need to do this.
There we go.
You see, I got all the magnets and tons of cat hair as well, of course. But I got all the magnets here at the back. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 magnets, and they're all like competition, neodymium, biggest, best.
What I love about the Revo slots is that the Carrera chip, and correct me if I'm wrong, the Carrera chip fits perfectly.
It fits like a glove, absolutely.
Okay, so again, if your front tires are not touching, you can put all the magnets you want. It's a different way of drive. Oh, look at what's that damage?
Yeah,
that's damage from the magnets because it's so stuck to the track.
I don't know.
I didn't mean it as a joke. I think you caught something and it really.
Yeah, I probably when I threw it somewhere.
It's definitely a different way of driving because now you're basically driving on a triangle, right? You got your back axle to the front axle.
Yeah.
So I think that meant that understanding of driving that car, which is good. I think that's really good for you to break out of that box and learn every car different. Because I have to agree with you, but that is the only triangle racing I've ever done is with the Revo slots, and I haven't put them on my track in a long time, to be honest.
Yeah. No, so yeah, well, I think most of my cars are fun to drive, and they all have their different kinks and fun parts. So
what about
it's all good, all fun.
What about Scale Auto? You have any Scale Autos?
Yeah, oh yeah. I just finished. One of these guys. Oopsie daisy. And then we take camera 3 and let's see. And then we do full screen.
Yeah, Brad, the Scale Auto shows 124 F1 chassis. Oh, wow.
So this is the BMW M8, and I bought the white kit and just spray canned it, just sprayed it. And so here you can see I've done the Amsco thing. I took away one of the screws here.
Yeah.
And so this one is set up totally after the Amsco tuning. And the wheels are way up here. They're not even close to the chassis. They're up in.
That's something I got to start learning how to drive with. Is on the braids.
But yeah, so that's.
He just described my last few girlfriend. What do you mean? The girlfriends had magnets. I don't get it.
He was just slippery. Slippery when wet. Mount another straight behind the elevation before the curve. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I'm running out of room. I have to tear down the wall to do that. So it's not going to happen. It's now it's a challenge, and sometimes you get spectacular crashes, and I like those as well. They're a lot of fun.
Amen.
And the control tower is a 3D printed one that I've done, so I just print a new one.
No, I find that the Scale Auto.
Yes, yeah. I have some Scale Auto. They have the Cadillac and the Peugeot, the gray Peugeot hypercars as well from Scale Auto. So
They're very
got a whole
cool.
bunch.
Yeah,
The
because these.
GTs, one GT.
I just it's because of Amsco that I learned that the these little spots right here, you can cut them to get more flex out of the body, out of the chest.
Yeah, and then you have the little bridges. If you want to tighten it again, you have
Yeah.
those bridges in the bag.
In case you're like, I don't like this.
And then you can tighten it back. But you have both screws on your motor pod. You need to take one off.
I literally took out the magnet. This one right
And
now.
you still
before we were
haven't.
talking.
But it's just priorities. I hear excuses. That's all I hear.
I wouldn't mind taking out that screw because I'm missing a few screws on a few other cars, and those screws are I really like the Scale Auto screws. If we're gonna get into that type of go down that rabbit hole of who has the best parts, I can tell you that I do not enjoy slotted screws. I can tell you that.
Yeah. Anthony, don't buy any Revos. Just from bottom of my heart to you, my friend, don't. My opinion only, my opinion. So
there's only one manufacturer that I've been kind of disappointed in, and I know that there's a lot of people out there that will disagree because you can pretty much tune any slot card, and it depends how much time you want to put into it. But the one manufacturer, and I understand it, right? You spoke about it before, tuning the car and whatever, and I learned a lot. That the first thing, I made a video back in the day of how I tune my cars, and that video is incorrect. There's a way to set up your car for your track, and then there's the tuning to get that.
Yeah,
car
those are two things.
right?
Yeah,
Different
I
things.
agree.
So I appreciate Marty Ford had a lot to do with that too, and understanding that concept. But there is a I don't care, polycar. I'm just gonna say it. I have a bunch. I have a few.
Yeah.
Those and you have to work on them. And I have two of those old school F1s that I just changed out the pinion because the pinion was turning on itself, and I was scared that the same thing was going to happen. It was just a bad part. It's okay. I managed to get it. It finally came back in stock. Put it on there. Car runs well. But then I bought another one for Jen. I bought a green one for her, and that one runs fantastic. I can show you. They're on the track right now. I'll show you which ones I'm talking about. That one runs fantastic, and I'm still keeping the original tires on there. Whereas the other one, I had to put I'll just show you guys. I had to put the silicone for it to even keep up. So I don't know if it's a motor thing where I got to break in the motor. Most probably. I don't know if I have to go back in and readjust the pinion. Maybe the pinion is too far back set, so it's slowing down the motor. If you guys ever have a chance to open up these cars, I'm sure Bo probably has some experience with this. Absolutely, these cars look fantastic. Okay, this is the one I bought for Jen. Out of the box,
nice.
Out of the box runs great. You want to talk about wheels that don't turn?
Yeah, they're totally stiff.
Okay. And I tried everything to clean them out, do whatever on this car actually. Clean them out. Like look at this motor pod. There is no space in this car. I don't even want to open it up anymore because and they give you this where is it? Here. The weirdest screw. The smallest thing. If you drop this thing, good luck.
Yeah. It's gone. Yeah.
Right? It looks big on the camera. But these cars will ride the braid. They're not meant to turn. That took me a while to figure that out. They are not meant to turn. Yeah. And this car has silicone, yet
what cars were those? Those were poly cars.
Yeah, these are poly cars. They look fantastic. I have a Ferrari poly car back there that I didn't want to take out, and that's why I bought Jen the second one, because her favorite color is green. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to take out that'll be a shelf queen because I don't want to break that one. Yeah. This one's still out of the box, runs way better than this one that I just finished modifying and with silicone tires. Yeah. So I love them to death. I love the way they look. I like racing them on the track, but I don't know. And then I have the the two Subarus the one that Slot did a whole thing on. Was it the Subarus or the Maseratis? And he put all that time and money into it, and it's like that is a car that I will not touch. I will not spend, not yet, anyways, because I'd rather spend it on a Scalextric.
I agree. No, this just answering Anthony's question: are they too expensive to ground the Revos? No, I think Bo put the head on the nail, or the nail in the head, whatever you say. They are so difficult to set up. I mean, you have to spend at least plus 2 hours to get it to run decently, and if you really want them to run well, you have to spend weeks on it. I mean, it's just so many details, and even if you do that, it still doesn't run. For example, the Ferrari F40. No one in the history of the world has ever seen a Ferrari F40 fishtail. Not even with drift tires on, it can't. It's just the technology. It's an engineering miracle. It does not fishtail. That Ferrari F40 does not in real life. So to see a Woodslot F40 fishtail like it's from outer space, it's just not realistic to me, and that's what I don't like about it. And I like speed. I like adrenaline. So I like to drive as fast as possible. So if I crash, something will break. It's a window, a wall, a neighbor, or a neighborhood, but something will break, and then it's fast enough for me. But that's just me, and that's the thrill that I like. I like speed, so that's why. But then they're beautiful, fantastic cars, and they're nice to look at, and so it's.
Carrera cars.
That's the story.
And they last.
Yes, they're Poli cars. Poli.
Oh, sorry.
Polycar. So it's Policars.
And Polycar is the sister company to Slothead.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. They're owned by the same owner. I think both. It's the same company.
Like some people would say, "Oh, this is what I'd give the grandkids." Yeah, okay, sure. But even my grandkids, or my niece and nephew, because I don't have grandkids, they, I would still give them a Carrera car, because how slow do you have to make these cars go? I would never give them an F1. That's I would definitely give them the Subaru, and the Subarus. I enjoy Subaru car, the WRX for sure. But
I mean, there's Anthony's comment about the Carrera cars. They're indestructible, and I love my Carrera cars as well. They might not drive as fast as an SR car, but I can drive it as hard as I want. I have some of my neighbors coming over every now and then to race with me, and they crash like all the time, and it flies off the table. The Carrera cars, they're tanks, they're just indestructible, except the F1 cars. But it's so much fun. So each car has their own reason, I would say.
Oh, absolutely. So, and Brad just hit it on the head too, right? Like I'm open to racing, open wheel cars, but as long as I'm not driving with others, tire contact can be very destructive. This spoiler is glued back on. There's missing a whole piece. I glued the spoiler back on, and it looks pretty good at a glance because it looks like natural for the car, more sleek, but that's not the original spoiler.
Yeah, it's higher up, right?
It's definitely higher. I mean, you can see how it is on this one. It's not the same because it's a Lotus versus a BRM, but
yeah. No, but the BRS is open wheel cars, and that is very true.
Yeah.
But both mentioned the slot car secrets. Yeah, I've watched all his videos about the Revos as well. I've watched every video on YouTube. Like every single. What if they put out like 83,000 hours every day of videos? So it's hard to. I've watched them in quadruple speed. No, but I've watched them, and I've tried every single trick, and I just can't. But that's okay. I don't have to like every single car. And if I don't like 2 Revo slot cars in my collection, then fine.
What those magnets, are they permanent? Did you glue them in, or are they just?
No, those were just hot glued and I just put as much magnets as I had in the back just to keep it down. Try to avoid it to stick, and so it doesn't fish.
What livery do you have? You have the Swedish livery, right?
If I have
the Swedish livery for those F40?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How many?
I only have one. My plan was to get another one, but not after I had, because there's two different ones, two different numbers of those.
Okay, we'll talk after the live.
Yeah. so anyway, so yeah, that's the Revo story. Don't let me roll out Carrera cars here. Yeah. So yeah, I think this is. I have had new Carrera cars that came with the U-shaped axle, like literally I couldn't, it wouldn't run. But then I have others that are fantastic, like awesome cars, really nice cars. So it's, but I know Bo doesn't like the Austrian-made Carreras. I'm too young in the hobby to tell the difference between the Austrian and the German made. I don't have enough. I have a few German mates, but I can't really tell. But there are, of course, issues. But they're different price class. Look at us. We got some Aussies coming in, pouncing in like a kangaroo.
What's up, Shane, man?
We got Slot Car Hub. Exactly. Welcome, my friend. That's so much fun to see you here. Shane is in the house, acknowledged by Mikey. Let me make sure. If you throw out the axle rims, next tires is a good run, but for the money you put in, get another brand. That's Bo's opinion. And look at Hub. He's up at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's so cool.
That's commitment.
That's commitment, exactly.
People come out to see you, Anders.
I watch every single Aussies slot car show whenever it comes out, and I also am an avid follower and liker on Hub's channel, so it's payback. I think it's in the contract, right? You know?
That's going to be our new thing. That's
our new gimmicky thing. Yeah, per contract. Look at
this is the international sign of you signed this contract. That's what that is.
Yeah, you signed this contract. You better watch my channel. Oh, so that's fun. Yeah, no. So and if for anyone in the channel, I think most of you guys I've seen on the Aussie Slot Car Show, you have to join in. Watch the Aussie Slot Car Show every second Thursday. It's just hilarious. Those guys, they banter and they have great reviews of new cars that are coming. Some cars that we don't even see. They're Aussie specials that only are made for Australia. And there's a lot of good fun. And then, of course, Slot Car Hub's own channel where we can learn a lot. There's so much good. And the only problem Shane has is that he doesn't have really enough cars. Which is an understatement. Have you reached? We got to have over 1,000 cars, like 1,500 cars at least. If there's any car in history, he has it. One version of it. It's just crazy. But the good thing is, whenever I look at any of Shane's videos and I see his walls of cars, which is like I say thousands of cars, I feel good that I don't have so many cars. You know, I'm only at 150 cars, so I'm good. I'm not at Shane's level yet, so I don't have an issue.
You have 150? That's 50 more than me.
I know, but normally before I saw Shane's collection, I thought I had a problem. I need to go to rehab, and
we need people like Shane, so we can be like, okay, we have something to work up to.
Exactly. I'm only 10% of what he has, so I'm all good. Yeah. So. And so the Aussie Slot Car Show is a difficult time for the Americans, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta catch it. I'm always catching it on the after.
Yeah, and Benny is here as well. Welcome. Dentist visit. Well, between the dentist visit and watching the two of us doing a live stream, I don't know which one is worse. Maybe you'll be running back to the dentist soon. Yeah, so he has so many beautiful cars. I mean, absolutely amazing. He could probably do like a 5-hour or 6-hour endurance stream and just go through his cars and the stories behind them. And then he also has some that his father has done. The cars that he has built are just mind-blowing. And he has one car, I think they call it the clown car, where it makes wheelies. So the whole the body of the car goes up and makes wheelies. It's so funny.
Okay, I don't. Okay, I have to admit that I don't remember seeing that one. Now I gotta go.
Yeah, it is in at least in 2 videos that I know of on Shane's channel. But it's good fun, really good fun. And he has these odd cars, like it's like you didn't even know that they made slot cars out of them. So, but anyway, guys, we are passing 2 hours already, and I thought we would have nothing to talk about. But that's always when 2 blabbermouths like you and me, Joe. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, but you're nothing to be sorry. You're in good company. I like to talk as much as you do. So, but yeah. So to round up, I want to say first of all, congratulations to a great performance, not on Woodslot, but in the worldwide slot chat. I think you did really well. They did not chop you up totally as the experts as they are, but you did really well and represented the hobby part of the community.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I just again, that was more thanks to Greg Gobb. You know, he helped me out a lot, and we had spoken, and he wanted to get people on because they really wanted to talk about it, and I was really I was happy that he asked, and we kind of spoke, and I said, hey, listen, if you want me to. I didn't win or anything. He's like, oh no, I'm having Bob on. Come on, it's great. And I'm like, okay, perfect, because I wanted to get some information from those guys, because I'm like, these guys are clearly, especially Greg Gobb, who loves the digital. So I wanted to really pick their brains on it, and those guys are a lot of fun. It's once a week. So Greg, the Worldwide Stock Car Chat is once a week, 2 different times to accommodate the guys who are in the UK. So. That's why it's it might seem that it's never on at the same time, or it might seem that it's on every second week, but it's not. It's actually every week. So I want to thank Greg Gobb and the gang for having me on.
Fantastic. I strongly recommend it, because there's so many gold nuggets. The amount of knowledge that's in that crew, it's just crazy. Hey, Fox and Wolves, welcome. This is crazy. 4,000 cars in the family. But again, talk about family values. They really have the right priorities. That's how a family should be like. 4,000 cars in a family, that's a good family, I would say.
Yeah.
This is, look at Anthony. Thank you so much, sir. I straight to my heart. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Even though Joe and we have fun, we could sit and do this on Discord or just a call, and we would have similar fun. It's always fun that it's appreciated with others, and hopefully there's some value. But anyway, congratulations to your appearance at the Worldwide Slot Chat, and also congratulations to the best last 2 minutes in a race that I've ever seen in a slot car race. That was just so exciting to see, and I was just hoping. When I saw where you were, and right before it started, oh no, this is going to be exciting. And please, Joe, keep your cool. I'm not lying, but I was literally sitting screaming at my screen, and I'm sitting there screaming as I, fucking Joe, keep your cool, don't lose it, don't overdrive now and deslot, because if you deslot, you're smoked. And then I saw the other guy. When he deslotted, I'm like, yes, it's like live, like Super Bowl. It was just so much fun.
I'm just happy you guys got to see that, and that was
ridiculous. But yeah,
again,
I was literally saying, but it was
Carlos.
Absolutely. I know it's a team effort, but you also have to take and own the last couple of laps that you did there. That was a great achievement, and you deserve that. So
it was fun, and the only thing I can really say about that is, I want to see more of you guys out there, right? That was a big thing for the guys to come, for Vince to come out, for Carlos to fly all the way from Colorado, from everyone who came out. Like, this is what makes it happen. And I know it's hard. Not everyone can do it. Not everyone has the budget for that. Like, we have families, we have lives, we have responsibilities. And it's all about the community at that point. And it's that feeling is, it would mean nothing if you guys weren't there and I didn't have this interaction with you guys, like 100%, without me getting choked up
But
or
that's
anything
also
about
good,
it.
thanks to
I
the
mean,
great work of Rahul streaming it, so it's available for us to watch. I mean, I saw it live. I'm sitting in Sweden. You're racing in Michigan. You know that it's just what a fun world we live in right now. That we have that technology that I can sit there and have share the excitement.
And
yes, Mark. Yeah, I used a lot of them. So for example, the regular Carrera plunger, I put these in a Greg Gob pistol grip.
that's what I wanted to tell you. Try using the best way. Use your thumb.
It
With
doesn't work for me.
With the Frankenslot.
Yeah, I tried. I tried. I mean, Nico is the same freak like you are. And I always try stuff. I try everything. I'm not afraid of trying new stuff. I'm not that conservative. But so anyway.
I like how Anders, when he doesn't like something I say, he'll just be like, let's go to the chat. Let's go to the chat.
Yeah, no, but I've tried it and it doesn't work for me. It's just it's not.
I'm hard. I know I'm hard on you for that stuff. Taking out the magnets and trying silicones and now with the thumb. I know I'm hard on you. I'm not.
Yeah, no, but I've taken out the magnets. And I think actually that car has silicones as well. The Porsche has actually the Ultra grips from NSR are silicones, right?
No, they're they're rubber.
Oh, they're all Ultra grips because they have the Super Grip and the Ultra Grip.
The only So I forget which one's which. I believe the Super Grips come with the car.
Exactly. They come with the car. Yeah.
And then Ultra Grips go one up, and now there's the no graining, which are.
I haven't tried the no graining.
Which. I didn't true this tire. It came on there. I'm very impressed with how the no graining and because you're not supposed to, or the rule of thumb for the no graining is that you're not supposed to actually treat it. It's going to run itself out. A lot of the Woodslot guys at the club were like, I don't know, we're putting the treatment, and it kind of grains up and it makes these little marbles everywhere. And then another buddy came to me and was like, you're not supposed to do any of that stuff. We're not supposed to add anything. Those are tires that will work themselves in, and anyways, that'll be another hour just talking about those tires. But
so that's thank you for those exciting moments. I'm still trying to finish this show, and it's impossible for us.
The Italian goodbye.
Yeah, exactly. Italian goodbye. And and the last thought out to Mike, my brother from another mother.
Please feel better.
You fight through this. I know you got the grit in you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be a Marine. So you fight it, and you will get better. It's an order, sir.
It's in the contract.
Exactly. It's in the contract. That's our new standard.
I gotta love it, dude.
It's just so funny. And love goes right back to you, Anthony. And for those of you who haven't been there, go to his channel and check out his old videos, but also the latest videos that he's coming out with now. So, and everybody have a great, wonderful weekend. Look at everybody here saying bye-byes. And just read the chat. So,
guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody, so much. And thank you, Joe, for coming and joining my little channel, and
I enjoy it.
Such a great time to have you here every time. It's so much fun. We have nothing to talk about, and still we have stuff to talk about.
And I'm glad that I'm home on a Friday, and I don't. It gets me out of doing house chores, so I will always come on your channel on a Friday.
That's good, and I will continue working on my gin tonic here. At least it's a decent sized gin tonic, so.
Fantastic, guys. All right.
It's so good. Not too much tonic, though, because it's not good for you. But anyway, thank you, everybody. We'll finish the broadcast, and Joe, wave bye-bye to the audience. Bye-bye.